Welcome everyone, it's Gracious, your guy, Wrath Gracious as always. How is it going? We got ourselves Lady Caleria. I think that's how I'm going to say it. I'm probably going to mispronounce her name like 100 times. She is a 7th CMC costing human archer. She's a legendary creature. She's our commander for this human, or it's not really human, it's more of an archer tribal deck. That is Selesnya, because a lot of the pretty decent archers are in white and green, and by pretty decent, I may most of them are all bad. Some of them are okay, but most of them are not that great. Anyway, she does 3 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. And she's 3/6. She's got a big old booty. It's pretty nice. And yeah, let's kind of get into the 99. So we got 36 lands. They're just, a collection of different lands. I definitely like Governing Township, Path to Ancestry. Path to Ancestry is a little expensive. Feel free to anytime. You can click the link in the description below, and that'll take you over to the MTGO Traders website where I have the deck list posted. And I started posting my lists over there, not because they sponsor me, but because it's easy. You can just buy them from there, or not buy them from there. It's up to you. And so let's get into the actual, rest of the actual non-lands. It's just whatever plains and forests that you think will fit. So I got Mana Crypt because I love Mana Crypt. There is some high CMC casting cost stuff in here that goes outside of Color Wheel, because I think there's nothing in this deck that I can look right now that's more than 2 of each color, except for the commander himself. So we got Enlightened Tutor, so I can go get like a Chroma's Memorial or something else along those lines. Swords to Plowshare for taking out some single target. There are a bunch of other Archer instance and sorcery type cards that deal with arrows and stuff, but they're not really that good. And I was like, well, if I can make Archer tribal, I'll just I didn't want to go super into the theme. I still wanted to have some decent cards in here, so this is why I went with these kind of sorceries and instants. Went with Birds of Paradise because I got 2 colors and I want to go for birds. Scattershot Archer, pretty good for dealing 1 damage to target creatures with flying. Sky Shroud Archer, target creatures with flying get -1/-1. There's a lot of anti-flying in this deck, so it's pretty sweet. I did play against a straight flying bird deck with this deck, and they were like, "Is this anti-flying?" I'm like, maybe. And they're like, "Okay, I can see." Basilisk Collar. Basilisk Collar's got that sweet secret tech where if you ping something for 1 and you have Death Touch, no matter what its toughness is, as long as it's not indestructible, it'll die from Death Touch, which I thought was pretty sweet. Soul Ring for more mana, speedy rampness. We got Braid the Sands. Creatures you control have vigilance. Each creature you control can block an additional creature use combat. It's pretty good. Helps us attack, but still have our ability to tap, which is pretty much what I like about Braid the Sands. Crossbow Infantry. I didn't have the 7th edition art, but I remember this from 7th edition, if I remember correctly. So Human Soldier Archer deals 1 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. It's pretty good. Bower's Passage. Creatures with flying can't block creatures you control, which is really nice. Especially when they're like, I've got flying, I've got a ton of angels and stuff. And you're like, I'm just going to slide under you. Don't worry about it. Cryptolith Rite for trying to just ramp out faster. Elvish Hunter. Tap target creature. Target creature doesn't untap during its control doesn't act on tap step. So obviously you want to always target a creature that's already tapped. This, oddly enough, gets quite a bit of hate whenever I play it. So it must be working. We got the Snake Warrior Archer. Deals 1 damage to target creature with flying. Whenever it deals damage to a creature, tap that creature, doesn't untap. So more goodness on the Archer sphere. Quest for Renewal. Whenever a creature you control becomes tapped, you may put a quest counter. As long as there are 4 or more quest counters, untap all creature control during each other player's untap step. So it's basically kind of Seaborn Muse, but on an enchantment. And it only affects creatures. We got the Tribe Elder. We're going to sack that. We're going to go get some more lands. Help with mana fixing. Sky Shooter. He's got a 1/2 with Reach, Centaur Archer. And let's see, what is he shooting down? I think it's just like a bird, so like a flying bird soldier thing. Sacrifice it, destroy target attacking or blocking creature with flying. So that's actually not that bad. It doesn't, most of the time, since it doesn't have haste, you can't tap to sacrifice it. It's just kind of something that your opponent's like, all right, I'm not going to attack. Or it might make them not block. So we got Sylvan Library for helping us ramp into that card draw really quickly. We got Thornweld Archer. Reach and Death Touch is the 2/1. It's pretty good. I wish I had First Strike. That'd be even better. Gorgon's Flail. Quick Periods +1/+1 and Death Touch, so that's even better. We got the Lightning Greaves. I might swap out Lightning Greaves for, what do you call that? Swiftfoot Boots. because I do have enough equipment in this deck to where Lightning Greaves is kind of like a non-starter. So I'm going to do that. Let's do that. Let's do that live. Because I've been burned by this enough times to where Lightning Greaves kind of hoses me. So we'll go Swift. All right, we got our Swiftfoot Boots. Let's add Swiftfoot Boots in here. We're going to take the Lightning Greaves out. I like it in decks where there isn't a lot of equipment, but there's enough equipment in here to where I would rather have Hexproof and pay 1 extra mana than not be able to do anything. So we got Mage Right Stone, pay 1, tap, untap target creature that has an activated ability with a tap in its cost. So that's pretty good. Scythe of the Wretched, equip creature +2/+2. Whenever a creature dealt damage by equipped creature this turn dies, return that card to the battlefield under your control, and then attach the staff to that creature. So this is good for just like stealing my opponent's flyers or just stuff they attack with. It's pretty nice. Most of the time, it's more of like just something that kind of like stops them from thinking about what they're doing. We got Selesnya Signet for some more mana fixing. Of course, we got Swiftfoot Boots. We just talked about it. Sword of the Animus, equip creature +1/+1. That helps us every time we attack to go get ourselves a land card. Really good mana ramp fixing in already in a green deck that has mana ramp. So we got Diavenant Archer, however you say that. Diavenant? Yeah, I don't know how to say that word. It seems French, maybe, or not French. I don't know. But we got Human Soldier Archer. You tap it, deals 1 damage to target attacking or blocking creature, and it's a 1/2. So you can block and tap to deal extra damage. So let's say you're blocking something at 2 toughness. You can block, deal 1 damage, as well as tap to deal 1 damage. So that is something to think about. Mirror Entity, because shapeshifters are pretty cool. And this is like one of those things that just kind of helps in the attacking. Thalia, not a soldier. I mean, not an archer, but Thalia is just I just love Thalia. She's really nice. We got Always Watching, because I don't think, aside from Samware Convergence, I don't think we have a lot of tokens. So a lot of non-tokens helping to give him vigilance is really good. Then we got the Healer, Human Cleric Archer. I just thought it was funny him as a Human Cleric Archer. So it deals 1 damage to attacking or blocking creatures. You can also prevent 1 damage. So 1 arrow keenly fired. Oh man, I can't word today. 1 arrow keenly fired might prevent more arrow wounds than I could treat. So there you go. Beast Within, get that single target removal. It's pretty nice. I don't know what the beast is coming out of. Is that like a Phyrexian? I'm assuming it's a Phyrexian. Cultivates to get some more lands. Descendant's Path is, once you play Descendant's Path, it only works on stuff that's already in the battlefield. The great thing about the stuff there's everything in almost every creature is an archer, but there's also human, soldier, or elf, or things like that, which will help it. But it depends on what creatures are on the battlefield already when your upkeep hits. So just be aware when you're using Descendant's Path in your travel decks. Familial Archers from, what is that set? Mirage? And you tap, deal 4 damage, target attacking creature with flying. So yeah, more flying hate bear. That looks like a dragon with angel's wings is what that looks like. Is that, or is it like a dinosaur with angel's wings? It's almost like somebody like enchanted Sarah's wings or like some sort of wings onto a dinosaur. And they're like, haha, got it. Corrosive Grip, for getting rid of those pesky enchantments in split-second fashion. Reverend Hunter enters the battlefield with a number of +1/+1 counters equal to your devotion to green. So it could just be like a huge bear. It's not really an archer, just a big body. What is this? Silhana Starfletcher. Reach. Choose a color. It basically is like an elf that makes mana. Tatiana's, is it? Or Titania's. Yeah, Titania's chosen. Elf Archer. This dude's been hitting the gym, getting buff. Whenever a player casts a green spell, so it could be me, it could be my opponent too, put a 1/1 counter on it. We got Trophy Hunter. Now Trophy Hunter is really nice. So you don't have to tap it at all. You just pay 2. There's 1 damage target creature with flying. Whenever a creature with flying is dealt damage, when it is dealt damage and that creature dies this turn, you put a 1/1 counter. So what I like to do is put Death Touch on the Trophy Hunter, which is pretty sweet. Then we got Bull Analia. Attacking creatures you control have Death Touch, which is pretty sweet. And then it's got all the other deck techie type stuff rolled into that. We got Nekote. Whenever it deals combat damage to a creature, tap that creature. That creature doesn't untap its next controller's untap step. And whenever a equipped creature deals damage to a player, that player loses 1 life. So pretty good. We got 1,000 Year Elixir for helping us kind of like untap stuff and do it multiple times. Urza's Incubator, because we got that Archer Tribal. Brigade Hero Kinsblane, first strike, and then, you know, how it does deal damage. Elspeth Knights Errant. I went with this Elspeth and not the other Elspeth. I might go for the other Elspeth, but I was just kind of... I like the Indestructible. I like how it's like you can just get some soldiers on the battlefield real quickly. I think it's pretty sweet. We got Nelia, God of the Hunt, Indestructible. Other creature control can trample, and then you can boost your creatures for 4. It's pretty nice. Sky Shower Claim to get some more ramp going on. That is the Nemesis version, not the Battle Bond one. I don't even know if they're going to do the Battle Bond one in Mythico. I'll have to look it up. This one you gain life equals your devotion to green. So I have some devotion to green. Plus it's an archer, so it's 3/3, not bad. Door of Destiny. This is kind of like if I get this down quick and I start throwing on the cheap archers, I can get some pretty beefy archers over time. So that's not bad. Helm of the Host, because I just got Helm of the Host, and it's really creepy when you can put Helm of the Host on like a bunch of archers, and they just get bigger and bigger and bigger. Sword of Caldera. It's another equipment package that helps me whenever it deals damage to a creature, exile that creature. So it's good for just like tap, deal 1 damage, and then exile that card. So that's pretty nice. Aven Archer. It's one of the few flying cards in the deck. I think there's not a lot of flying in the deck. And then deals 2 damage to target protecting your blocking creature. Stone Hero Giant to help us go get some of those sweet artifacts or equipment cards. Bear Blow Sharpshooters. This is actually a pretty sweet limited bomb. A 4/4 for 5 with Vigilance and Reach is not bad. I definitely like this Jackal Archer, so no wrong there. We got the Great Bow Dovin. Other archers get +1/+1, so that's where your Archer Lord is. And whenever an archer you control deals damage to a creature, that archer deals that much damage to that creature's controller. So it's pretty good. Hunter's Prowess helps us get some more card draw. Seaborn Muse, because why not? Seaborn Muse is pretty sweet in almost any green deck you played in. Rari's Way, because I want more mana. And we got Selesnya Sagittars. Reach can block a distal creature each combat, and they're 2/5s. Then we got the Predator Flagship, which is pretty sweet, actually. Kind of reminds me of the Weatherlight, but I don't think that's the Weatherlight. I think that is the Predator Flagship, so I'm a little curious. I don't know the whole story behind this. I need to look it up, because I thought that was the Weatherlight, and it might be, it might not. It probably isn't, but, I'm not going to get into it. So target creature gets flying till on turn, and then pays 5 taps to destroy target creature with flying. So you can either give something, you can add, anytime you have 2 mana, even whether it's tapped or not, you can give yourself flying, any one of your creatures flying, or you can give a target creature flying for 2, and then 5, tap this, and kill it. So that's pretty sweet. Elite Archers, they're pretty good. They're not bad. They're kind of, it's interesting. It's a 3/3 for 6. That's rare. And this is like this is what you got in Urza Saga for your rares. And I think the last 2 cards in the deck are a Chroma's Memorial, which is just, all in all, an amazing card. Whenever you get a Chroma's Memorial on the battlefield, it just gets really fun. And then Sandworm Convergence is, kind of like the closer. And we don't have any token doublers in the deck, but this just kind of helps keep those flying creatures away. And anyway, so hope you guys enjoyed the tech, and obviously hit that like button and check out the link below to see if you want to get this deck or make something similar. And let's get into the gameplay videos.